Hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being with me and spending your time with me. My name is Sadia and I'm from beautiful British Columbia, Canada. If this is your first time watching my channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, leave a comment and press the bell icon to receive more videos like this. In my channel, once a week, I will try to share my own delicious recipes with you all. So today I decided to harvest the peas from my garden and share it with you guys that how I cook it in a 3 different way. So with the will and name of our God, let's start our video today. Like I said, it's the time to buy green peas from the farmer markets, from the stores, or harvest them from your backyard or your garden. They are doing really good, and this is the time that it's gonna be ready to pick up or ready to harvest. This is my backyard. I'm entering to my garden and I'm going to my green peas. As you can see, they look so beautiful, and I have 1 and 2 and 3 garden beds only for my peas. I have the big green sweet peas and I have the small pearl peas, and also I have the sugar snaps. Every time when I come and I water my garden, I just pick up a few of them and I have a snack on them. They are very delicious and nutritious. So I choose the green peas today and excited to harvest them with you guys. And while I'm harvesting this, before we're gonna go to the kitchen, I just wanted to share with you guys what kind of nutrition benefit is in the peas, and is it good for us or not. So be with me. Green peas by itself is full of fiber. It is full of protein and minerals such as manganese. And also green peas has vitamin A, vitamin B1, B2, B3 and B6. And also sweet peas or green peas, they have vitamin C and vitamin K, and they are called one of the starchy vegetable. So it has a protein and also it has carbs in it too. Because it is full of fiber and has lots of vitamin, it's very nutritious, it's good for our digestive system, and it's good to have it in our regular meal. Also, some people that they have a high blood sugar, sometimes they avoid it because it's a starchy and it is a little bit sweet. But studies show that green peas will not gonna bring your sugar high, and actually it's helping the cholesterol too, to bring, when you're having sweet peas regularly in your meal, it will help you to bring your cholesterol down, and also it's good for your digestive system. So after when you're washing after when I harvest my green peas, I brought them to the kitchen, I washed it, I opened the green peas and I took the seeds out, and now I'm going to show you guys 3 different ways that you can use green peas to make a food with it or make a meal with it. And there's lots of ways. There you can add them in a salad. There's so many different ways, but I'm only sharing 3 of my delicious recipes that I love it so much, and I just wanted to share with you guys. It doesn't take so much time, and it takes only more than half an hour. More than 1 hour. So between half an hour to 1 hour, you can make this meal ready. So what I'm doing here is I used half a onion, 1 teaspoon ginger and garlic, and I used like a 2 tablespoons of ghee, and I sauteed them together. And after that, I add 1 cup of green peas in it, and also I cubed the 1 potato. So this recipe will be enough for 2 people. If you are just coming and you wanna make something fast and delicious, you can go ahead and make this meal. Saute them together After they're all good, I used my curry powder. It will give you the curry flavor. That's why we are making curry peas today. So I add one teaspoon of that, and also for more spice and flavor and a little bit of color, I add less than 1 teaspoon, or you can just go 1 teaspoon of it and mix them together. Then I added half a teaspoon of paprika and half a teaspoon of turmeric. Then, of course, you're gonna add salt as you need it, and mix them all together, and add a little bit water to it to let all these spice gonna come have the flavor out. Because if you let them sauteed, the spice will gonna start burning, and we don't want that. So just add a little bit of water to it at the beginning to mix the peas and potatoes with all these spice. Once when you mix them all together and you add your salt, then you can add your tomato paste. Of course, here I'm adding my own homemade tomato paste. I made it last year. You guys can buy it from supermarkets, or you can, if you have at home. In this recipe, for this amount, I just add only 1 cup of tomato paste, not tomato. Tomato sauce, not tomato paste. And then you're gonna put them on a medium low and let it simmer and cook slowly. And just once in a while, you just check it to see the bottom is not stuck at the pot, and mix it a little bit and cover it back. And it will, like I said, it will give you this meal will be ready in less than 1 hour, and it's very delicious. You can have it with your naan, you can have it with without it, or you can have it some other vegetable, or you can add it with rice. It's very delicious, and I'm hoping that you're gonna try this. The color is so good, the smell is so good, and the flavor is very good. And of course, it's a little bit spicy. And if you don't want it spicy, you can avoid that tandoori powder. But for this recipe, if you use what I used, you're gonna love this. So as you can see, this looks very delicious, and the color is beautiful, and I'm hoping you guys are able to make it for your family. The second recipe I'm going to share with you guys is the creamy pasta with green peas. If you want to have a different taste or variety of pasta at home, you can make this recipe with any kind of pasta that you have. I always make this recipe with a penne or macaroni, and today I choose to make this with macaroni. And so to do that, I boiled 3 cups of water with 1 teaspoon of salt and 2 teaspoons of oil. I let the water boil, and then I add 1 cup of macaroni pasta. Again, any kind of pasta you want, you can use 1 cup for this recipe, which is going to be enough for 1 or 2 person. But if you want to double it, you know what you can do. So after when the water was boiled, I add less than a cup of green peas, and I boiled it with macaroni, and I let it boil. And while this pasta was boiling, I start making my white sauce. This is the creamy white sauce that you can make and have Alfredo with it. So basically, they call this sauce I'm making Alfredo sauce, and we use it for as a white sauce for pastas. To do this, you can use olive oil, and unfortunately I had no olive oil, so I use ghee today. But olive oil is the best option, and for this today I use 2 tablespoons of ghee, or you can use half a cup of olive oil with 1 part of the cup of flour, just regular white flour, and mix it a little bit. Don't let it get brown. Then you can add your all the spice like oregano, basil, black pepper, garlic, and salt in it, and mix it. Once when you did that, you need to add, for this amount of recipe, a Parmesan cheese, at least half a cup of Parmesan cheese is this one it goes. And for this amount of flour to make the sauce, I use 3 cups of cream. Make sure your temperature of the oven is not too hot. I mean, the stove is not too hot when you make this one, and do not let it boil. As soon you notice that it's steaming and it's getting close to the boil, stop your pasta sauce or your white sauce, and remove it from the stove, put them on the side. Or if your pastas are ready, right away you're gonna mix it. So let it boil the sauce inside the pasta, but not in the pot. Just let it cook all the way that you can see they start bubbling, then take it out. Now my pasta and pea is ready, and in the pot I'm adding it the sauce in it. So for this amount that I boil, I only use a little bit more than 1 cup of my sauce. For the color and for the flavor and for the taste, what I did, I add cherry tomatoes. You can add, if you like cherry tomatoes, you add cherry tomatoes. If you don't like to add cherry tomatoes, you can add bell peppers, like red or orange or green bell peppers. And believe me, the taste will be awesome. And also the color. So you know the food presentation is really good. And once when you put the food in front of you or your family or your guests, they're gonna love it and they enjoy eating it because there's color of white, green, and red. So combination of color with vegetable in your food is very, very important. So here we add our white sauce. I cook it a little bit with the white sauce. I let my sauce boil with my pasta. Then to the end, I add the rest of the sauce I wanted to add to it, and I did not cook it very well, and I just let it set for a few minutes on the very low temperature. And of course, once the sauce is settled or the flavor is inside your pastas, so what you can do, you just take it out from the stove, put them in your special dish, enjoy it with your friend and family. I hope you guys gonna be able to make this pasta and enjoy it, and guarantee you're gonna love this recipe. As you can see, the color is so nice. You can see peas here. You can see the oreganos and basils. And also you can see your tomatoes and your white sauce. The amount of white sauce is perfect. Not too dry, not too runny. Okay, let's make another recipe. If you don't like to have a curry, if you don't like to have a pasta, but you'd love to have a rice and you want to have just simple food, but you're tired of regular white rice, today I'm going to show you guys how to make another delicious rice. Any basmati rice that you have at home, you can make this recipe with it, and believe me, it will be very tasty and you're going to enjoy it so much. For this amount of recipe, I use only 1 cup of rice. Make sure you soak your rice at least 1 hour before you cook it in a hot water after you wash it. If you soak the rice in the water for more than 1 hour, that will be great. As much as you can soak your rice in the water before you cook it, it will give you very nice and long rice when it's cooked. So here in 3 cups of water, I put a tablespoon of salt, and I just let it boil. And as soon as it starts boiling, I drain my water from the rice. I put the rice in there. I use 1 cup of pea and boil both of them and put them on the other side that let's boil and cook. And in another pan, what I did in here, I just put 1 tablespoon of ghee, and I chopped a half an onion, and I chopped 1 potato. I'm sauteing them. Sauteed it with oil. Then later on you can add garlic. Because this recipe is not very big, so I add only a little bit, like it was around half a teaspoon of garlic. I made it. What else I did in here to give more very good flavor to my rice, I add 1 teaspoon of organic dill. Any dill that you have at home, and I hope you guys have the organic one, add it to the potato and onion and saute them. You don't need to saute it to become completely brown or potato has to be cooked. No, as long as you notice that edge of the onions are a little bit brown and the potatoes are a little bit tender, so that's a time that you know this is done. So I'm gonna let it cook a little bit, and I'm gonna check on my rice to see how the rice is doing. And when the rice is done, so make sure your rice is the same thing. It's not over boiled. When you boiling the rice, take a piece of rice out and try to push it with your 2 fingers and see if it's hard to be if it's not really hard to be squished, so that means they are ready. But as soon as you squish it and they are completely soft, that means it's over boiled. So you're gonna test your rice, put them in your 2 fingers, check it and see if it's still a little bit solid, then you know that's done. When then strain it, and what I did in here, in the same pot, I just mix it a little bit, very gentle, because I don't want to break my rice. Basmati rice always has to be stay long and separate, not stick together or not be small. And gently, after I mix it, I put them back to the same pot. And because the water already had a salt, and we put a little bit of salt to my potato and onion, then I rinse my pot, the one I cooked or sauteed my potato and onion with water, and I put the water inside the rice. That water was not too much, so if you're wondering how much water was it, it was at least half a cup, not more than that. This recipe again is only for 2 people, maybe 2 or 3 people, and it depends how much you want to eat. And as soon as I noticed that when I put the water, I mix it gently, I make a little bit hole in the center, then I put my cloth and I let it steam. When I notice the steam is coming out from side of the cloth I put it on top of the pot, then I know it's a time to turn off my stove, and I let it sit on the warm stove for till you're gonna be at least for half an hour. And then your rice is ready. You can serve it in your delicious, or sorry, not delicious, your favorite dish that you really like. And just this will be a very delicious recipe, I'm telling you. Look at the pistachios. I forgot to tell you guys, I did add I did write it for you guys there. So I add the 1 tablespoon of pistachio I had at home. If you don't have pistachio, no problem. If you do, it's good. Then I add them together and I serve it to myself and my mom. We enjoyed it so much. It's full of flavor. Hopefully you guys were able to make this recipe, and thank you so much for being with me and sharing your time with me. Please don't forget to press the bell icon and also subscribe to my channel. If you have any comments, please send it to me. I will appreciate, and it will support my channel. Till my next video, I let you guys go, and see you guys next time.